Hi guys, I'm Miss K. I'm an English teacher by day. By night, I read a heck of a lot of books, and I started a channel just so that I can share my book reviews and opinions with you guys. So if you like my content, make sure you hit subscribe on the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every week when a new video posts. This week, we are coming at you with The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. This is not as popular a book as some of the other ones I have done, and I don't understand why. It is actually a really good book. But before we get into it, let's remind ourselves of the three necessities of any good piece of literature. One is character. If you do not have adequate character development and a character profile from beginning to end of the book, then your characters will be flat, one note, and they will not act like real people. Two is world building. This is the universe that your characters live in. And the third one can overshadow both of the others if not done correctly. That is style, word choice, and vocabulary. If you don't have the ability to actually say what you want to say, it doesn't matter how good of an idea it is. Doesn't matter how complex character you have. It doesn't matter if the world is the best that's ever been in existence. If you can't say what you want to say, then it doesn't matter. So with that in mind, let's get into today's book, The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. This is it was a surprising book, actually. It's not a popular book. It's not one that I had on my list. I picked it up on impulse when I was out shopping the one day, just decided, oh, this looks kind of nice. And it actually turned into a very good read. Our female character is a strong female lead, and I love that in a book. Her name is Lennix Hunter. She is proud of her Native American Apache heritage, and that shows up in almost every single chapter in this book. You can't get away from it. And then we have our male lead. His name is Maxim Kingsman Cade. You heard me right. Maxim Kingsman Cade. And that is where we get the series name from, All the King's Men. Now, Maxim Cade is the son of a very wealthy oil tycoon. His family name Cade is among the 1% of the 1% wealth in the entire world, and he absolutely hates it. He hates being associated with his father. He would much rather prefer, and he actually goes to school to study green, clean energy. He wants to make his living doing something completely opposite of what his father had planned for him, which was to take over the family business. Now, he meets Lennix Hunter when she is 17 and he is 24. So if you are not a fan of age gap romance, you might not want to read this, okay? I encourage you to give it a try nonetheless, because it's a very tastefully done age gap romance. But he meets her when she is 17, and he is with his dad at a protest that Lennix organized, okay? Not obviously on the same side as Lennix. Lennix is protesting a pipeline that his father wants to lay on sacred Native American burial grounds. Very touchy subject in today's media, and Kennedy Ryan explores it expertly in the first chapter. So Maxim Cade is captivated by Lennix's speech. Even though she's only 17, he doesn't know that at the time until he gets locked up in prison as a result of disturbing the protest. So he meets Lennix. She is only 17, but he is captivated by her voice, her passion, and her stance on Native American history and sacred grounds and the opposition that she has towards oil energy. And so he meets her when he's 24, but he doesn't pursue anything. He goes back and leaves her be, but neither one of them, Lennix nor Maxim, can get them out of their minds. They meet 4 years later when she is 21 and he is 28. He is now actively building a business in accordance with clean energy. And she is getting her degree in politics and communication. Now, they cannot deny the connection that they have. The connection is instant, it is strong, and it's fueled not just by the physical. She says Maxim is absolutely gorgeous, and he says that Lennix is absolutely gorgeous, but that's about the extent of the physical. They are fueled by a connection on ambition and passion, a destiny that neither one of them necessarily would have the chance to explore had they not pursued the dreams that they did. And so as their relationship continues to develop, he doesn't tell her that that he is a Cade, because she is adamant that Cade energy is everything that is wrong with the world. When she finds out that he is a Cade, she breaks off the relationship immediately, doesn't want anything to do with him. But he leaves her with a promise that says, when I'm good and ready and I have made my millions, I will be back for you. It's a matter of when, not if. And he is adamant about that. 10 years later, folks, Lennix is given the nickname the Kingmaker. And that is because the amount of politicians that she has helped put in office that advocate for marginalized communities, such as women's rights, LGBTQ+, African American, Native American heritage. She puts in office politicians that are going to further those causes, and she's good at it. And so when Maxim's brother decides he wants to make a run for the presidency, he nominates Lennix as his campaign manager. So obviously we have a reunion, and just like last time, the connection is absolutely strong. They cannot deny the fact that there is something there and it needs to be explored. This book is heavy politics. There's a lot of agenda, a lot of research went into Native American heritage, green energy, clean energy, politics, and campaign research. A lot of research went into this, and I have to give Kennedy Ryan credit. The amount of stuff that she had to do to prep this book had to be extensive. But she expertly weaves that agenda into a romance. And it ends on a cliffhanger, unfortunately. The second book in the duology is called The Rebel King. I already have it in my to-be-read list. I can't wait to read it with you all. So this book, I would give it a 7 out of 10 rating. The heavy politics that are in it can sometimes be off-putting for people. However, I think Kennedy Ryan does a great job of weaving in all of that agenda and keeping Maxim and Lennix's relationship the focus of it, rather than the politics up front. If you get a chance to read The Kingmaker, read The Kingmaker. Tell me what you thought of it. Leave a comment in the YouTube section below, and I will see you next week for another book review, guys.